Welcome back, my lovely beans, to today's Void Cascade. We are running Dagath with a melee setup. Little disclaimer, this run was pre-Noka update, so the damage attenuation towards Acolytes is a little bit different. For Dagath itself, we are running a Omamori setup around her Grave Spirit without the argument. Simply gives the advantage that we can actually snapshot. The ability means we can have, with double ability strength in a Fisher, the extra critical chance. For the typical shield gating, we can use the first ability. For shield gating, we're using Vigilant Vigor, Rolling Guard, Catalyzing Shield, and Fast Deflection. For energy economy, we're using Prime Flow. For extra strength, we're using Transit Fortitude. I felt like I didn't need Blind Rage. If you want to test Blind Rage, go for it. Umbral Intensify for more strength, and Arcane Stretch for energy economy and also more range. Arcanes, we're using Arcane Fury and Mold Argument. For Arcane shots, I'm running 2 melee crit damage shots, 1 casting speed, 1 park velocity, and 1 equilibrium shot. Weapon-wise, we're using the Latron for the Acolytes back then. Cannot tell you how it feels right now. I'm running a dexterity setup because the main weapon I'm using is the Coda Pathocyst because I wanted to test how that feels. For my primer, I'm running a secondary Fortifier Epitaph setup with Agar Seeker for more shield gating and also Carnestingers. Carnestinger mostly for the secondary effect of the 10% of enemies' accuracy against us and status immunity for 2 seconds. And for the Pathocyst, keep in mind the Pathocyst has a low Riven dispo, so it's not really worth to run a Riven except if you have a real good Riven with a really specific stats. So that is my setup that I'm currently running. I'm running a pure melee influence setup. For my Deriga, I'm as always running a Verglass setup for the extra tenacious bond. If you don't want to run a Verglass because you do need a Riven, your other chance is to run Burst Laser. There you also would have the advantage that you could put your Argo mods there if you wanted to. Have fun. If you want to have more infos about Dagath Void Cascade, I do have a specific Dagath Void Cascade guide. Feel free to check that out. And see you in the run. Are we risking that, Skizzy? Like, honest question. By the way, it's there? I forgot to change weapons. Oh wait, it's a 5-4. I mean, you can quickly leave and I can re-invite you, Chris, real quick. First 3-minute rule also applies to Void Cascade because we have a 5-4. We have school. We have like actually cargo bay into docking bay. Usually the issue I have with docking bay, it breaks your spawns real easily. So that's why I'm like actually not the biggest fan of it. It's Hall of Legends, okay, we're staying. It's really short. I just hope we don't break our spawns. Tell me as soon as you're ready. So I can re-invite you. I'm already sending you an invite. Okay. Let's go, chat. Off to a wonderful run of Dagath. We have the rooms. Docking bay. Docking bay. Schoolyard. And Hall of Legends. So actually really nice loadout. You do need to be a little bit careful because in my opinion, the docking bay can break your spawns because there are like too many possible spawn points and it easily breaks them because the enemies are stuck in here. I don't know how to better describe it. I actually cannot. So let's hope just, you know, we will have a good run. We have to chill out today. Wonderful. A lot of the Rings music instead of funk. because I wanted to like swap it up from time to time. And you said last time, maybe not funk. And then we started to finally listen to Lord of the Rings. And then I was today, why not simply putting all 3 soundtracks of Lord of the Rings together and see how that is. I don't know, we have I think in total like 150 tracks or so. And I can tell you, it's a lot. Like most of the songs I can't say, oh, that happened there, right? So it's actually kind of nice to like see that. And I'm personally a big fan of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. I'm not so much a fan of the like, you know, current Amazon show, but I think we don't need to like talk about that show. Like for those who know, they know. The idea of the show is not bad. And if you just watch it, it's also not bad, but like they gave up on that show. There are like simply too many mistakes. And I'm aware, when we're talking about the show of Lord of the Rings on Amazon, that the show is technically only an adaptation, right? And that obviously you cannot everything copy from the books, especially because they were not allowed to be based off the books, right? But like, you don't need to make like actual mistakes. I think that's my issue. I have 16. Let's see what we're getting out of that. A few Nova Prime systems and a few Mac Prime chassis. I mean, like, I think, like, I need actually Nova. I think I need to actually need the Bronx stuff. I really hope the Amazon Warhammer show movie is gonna be good. The thing for me personally with that, Astro, is I have no connection to Warhammer. So there, I could not judge at all if it's good or not, right? Because I never played, watched, read anything about it. So I have no connection to it. Oh, I saw it for a second because you were like orange, red glowy, that you were like a Thrax, but you were not. Sorry, Chris. So we do have a 5-4-3. That's actually really... That means the amount of like failed Exilizer spawn should be actually like a minimum. Not 0, because you can still have like failed Exilizer, but... Oh, and we actually do have this time the Pathocyst instead of the Falcor, because I thought we would swap up which weapon we're bringing. Still obviously a Falcor setup, or like a glaive setup, right? Because I do prefer glaives. For my melee, simply biggest advantage is you do not directly touch the enemies, and you have a huge AoE to clear. That's a really good part of it. It's a cool franchise, just underrepresented. For me, I do have to say it's simply like, I'm not interested enough to go through all of the things that I would have to learn, if that makes sense. Like, I'm happy for everyone, and I do have a friend that actually is into Warhammer, and he's always telling me when there's a new character or like a new class, and when he plays something different. And I'm always happy to listen to that, right? But I'm not interested into like actually, you know, learning enough about it. You know, that's actually not directly what I wanted. I'm not ungrateful for it, but it's not actually what I wanted. They got a ton of people just writing books all of the time. I simply can't follow. The franchise is like too quick for my liking. Because I simply can't keep up like that quick with a lot of things. I will be honest. I don't feel like... When I feel like rushed by a franchise, I don't like it. I think that was also like a little bit off topic, but that was in the end. Like why I started to like dislike like League of Legends and also Dead by Daylight because of the constant changes, like, right? Like cooldown changes, item changes, ability changes, right? Not always like big changes, but they were constantly slight changes. Yes, it was a form of adaptation to make the gameplay nicer, to make bug fixes. Not everything was able to, you know, stay in the game because some of these things have to be actually tested. But for me, it was like, if you're not constantly up to date and you don't pay attention, right? You simply fell off, right? Oh, that item is not playable on this frame anymore because they changed, you know, the W ability, and because they removed 3 AP points, he will now completely be built around the, like, you know, Q ability, and that I got lost. And I'm usually a quite dedicated player, right? Like, all honestly, I'm usually a player that is quite dedicated, but, like, not with that. Like, nope. That was too much. Whee! Okay, stop rolling. Stop rolling. We do not roll in guard. We do not roll in guard. We don't want to use our rolling guard. I'm kind of surprised that both of the doors are on the, like, one side. I actually did hit a former. I'm so sad about that. I did actually hit a former. I don't know what to say about that. I have 5 things in this relic. And I hit a former. And, like, I hit a bronze part. It could have been the Nova Prime system that I actually needed. Right? But no, it's been the former, right? Out of the bronze that I actually would have accepted, would have been fine that I get the bronze. I freaking got... You know, the former. I'm sad. Why see the blinky blink? Okay. It is pretty stable. Wait, I don't want to die. I'm kind of making bullshit here right now. What else do we have? Do you see immediately that they are, like, not a lot of enemies? That especially are not corrupted? Now they're corrupting. They were not corrupted first. We need to, like, actually make... You're all killing them when they're not corrupted. Oh. Oh. I pressed the wrong button. I got... thrown anyway. Hi. That was something. So, pretty stable, yeah. There's lower retcon, but they happen mostly every 3 years with the same tabletop rules. I think I simply don't look enough into that franchise. I do have to say that. The only update I get on that franchise if my friend tells me what he's currently playing. That's really my only update on that franchise. And then in the most respectful way that I can bring to that game. Game looks cool. Game looks nice, but I could not even tell you which Warhammer he's playing. Right? Because, you know... I don't have to be interested in everything. Oh, there's this one. I forgot there's a... And there's a Crash Parallax. Oh, you can talk about it, by the way. Feel free to, like... You know what? You know what I actually like, Stone? Ooh! Oh! Scusi! I wanted my Nova Prime systems. I was so proud that I hit my Nova Prime system, and then you're pulling gold? You're kidding me? I'm so close out of spite just picking my bronze part. Decisions, it's on me, I'm running drunk. I'm blaming you anyway, do you know that? I took the blame last round, I'm blaming you this round. Just so you are aware. You're hoping for ducats? Oh, true. We should... yeah, never mind. I should actually run ducats, right? Because Barrow and mod drop booster. Yeah, never mind. Let me actually put ducats in from now on. Never mind, ladies and gentlemen. I should actually put ducats in. Because, you know, we want, you know, some tasty gold parts because, you know, Barricadier is here with a Modra booster and I'm only up to... because I refuse to, like, actually put, you know, sacrifice anything good. I would not say no to, like, a little bit more. You know, more. You know. Tasty. Tasty. Time for me to sleep. Good night, Whisker. I hope you sleep well. And nice dreams. And thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I mean, like, let's be honest. We will chill as always. You know. Nice little Void Cascade run. That's about it. Wee-woo, failed spawn. Wee-woo. Any game gets much more interesting. I was thinking... I do have... still The Witcher 3. So for those who don't know, I do actually have a community night in Discord. Right. I should not put more work on myself. Never mind, forget that. We will maybe start that later. I was thinking, what about, like, if I would play, you know, The Witcher in Discord. What's up? Nick. What's up? Which is really good game. I know, but like hours and hours and hours and hours of farm. And I got asked if I want to play Enshrouded and technically Nightingale. And I don't actually know anymore what else. So I think, you know what, I would like to do that. What are you waiting for, Scorpion? So I was thinking maybe not starting was, you know. I mean, like, to be fair, yeah, it could be like a failed spawn because it's not a 5-4-4. It's not the perfect. Did you complete? I did complete the A run and I disliked the game. Am I allowed to say that, Shirley? I absolutely disliked the game, so I don't want to go for like the other storylines. I found the game absolutely boring. All I did was... oh, there was a venomous accent. Can I get that some? I don't know if I counted. All I was doing was running and shooting, and that is not something I enjoy. I know everybody told me, but there's more story in like the nether runs, and like, you know, if you learn the combat system better, and you know, no. I'm sorry. I did play one whole run through, you know. It was one of the other games that we wanted to test it compared to V-Rising. Yes, or similar to V-Rising, but it was not exactly the game that Scorp was mentioning like 2 weeks ago. But the game that Scorp was mentioning 2 weeks ago, I don't like that from what I saw on the... I think the game was called Wayfinder. What he mentioned on stream. It doesn't look interesting to me. I cannot tell you exactly how I described the game, but it was not something I would enjoy to play, I think. When I was looking at the Wayfinder, there was like actually like the like chill part missing. So I don't know. You hate trying to grind out the hex standing? Do you know, Frost, that you can also look for like extra pieces to trade in your standing each day, so you don't have to like actually do just missions? Thank you so much for your sub, Syrup. I do appreciate it. Also, like, the highest amount of standing you're getting actually from the mission that is giving you the cards, and that is, I think, on Steel Path up to 11,000 standing. Oh, Tomb Raider was fun, I do agree. We now played another run through of, obviously, V-Rising back then, right? We did finish it in the community night, and we did play in the community night Remnant. I am currently, have to say, I have zero time management to actually put all of this stuff onto the second YouTube channel because I do need to cut it, put voiceover in it, and I do want to put effort in it. And I currently do not have time and energy to do that. But I will try my best to at least do 2 episodes per month. And I do know that I promise you that constantly, and it's not looking good, but I was originally promising you 1 episode per week, but with my loadout currently, I want to get better. Well, I really like the Tomb Raider games. What I personally hope for the Tomb Raider games, for me, right? I would actually like to have a little bit more exploring. A little bit less fighting, a little bit more exploring because, but that is me, I feel like as soon as you're going towards the end of the story, you know now you have like 2 hours of fighting, right? It's always the end where it's like only running, shooting, and that is simply what kind of destroys the game for me. Big community night. It's fine with saying, we already did that quite a bit, but we can like do that this week again. I still have like, ooh, if I'm allowed to eat you, Chili, are you waiting with me that I'm getting so hungry that I can chomp on you? Because I'm still missing that achievement. Yeah, bigger, harder, and also like more. Not just collectibles, like actually like more lore and more to collect. And I mean like with collecting not just like the little chips that you were able to collect, but actually like looking around and finding things. To be fair, I played all games on normal, so I cannot tell you a lot about difficulty. You can snack me and I can snack you. Deal. Deal. Escape Simulator, Puzzle Galore. There, I think I tested that, or like, oh no, I tested Keep Talking, but when I'm being honest with Keep Talking, my issue with Keep Talking was actually English. So with Keep Talking, you do need to defuse a bomb with one of your friends, right? And one of you has the description, and the other one has the bomb. So the person with the bomb needs to tell you how the bomb looks. We were talking about the fake bomb, by the way. And the other person has like the description and then needs to like ask questions or follow things, right? And I struggled with the description. I literally struggled so badly with the description. Like, I cannot tell you why. I cannot tell you why I was so bad. Like, literally no clue. But like, nope. The negotiator, right? Chili's doing a great job. Mm-hmm. I think most people are opposite. The comments are this, the open world games have too much meaningless objectives and want more focused gameplay. The thing is, like, I don't play like that. I hate games where you literally can look through a tree and you see like something and you can't walk there, but you have to walk around the whole block. I think that's why I absolutely dislike The Last of Us. The Last of Us is the worst game in regarding that, because you literally can look through little trees, see where you want to go, and it's telling you, you can't walk through. No, it's not even telling you. There's like an invisible wall, right? No, you have to walk past all of these zombies through 3 broken, like, you know, buildings, right? To just get to the objective that you already saw like an hour ago through that tree. Oh, that's a little bit of my issue. Just a small one. Just a tiny small one. I really like Tomb Raider. I just wish like the collectibles that you're collecting would have a bigger meaning. Failed too. I'm sorry, Chad. I thought I did something good. I'm sorry, Astra and Skizzy. I actually thought I chose a good, you know, run with a 5-4-3. You know, no jumps. A 5-4-3. But apparently, I'm so sorry, Chad, that I disappointed you. I will try better next time. I promise. I mean, like, Skizzy, if you're up for like a 12 rotation, go hard. But I'm not motivated to do like I'm not rotating for like a 12. More than we already got. I'm aware. But like, you know what I mean? Usually. No, I know that we have a 12, but I still feel like a 444 is better. I was like specifically talking about a 444. Because I feel like a 444, it still feels more consistent than a 543, and don't ask me why. That's not the point. I mean, like, what is the mystical thing you speak about? Once in your lifetime, you know, you might be honored to actually see that mystic beast. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. What do you say? But what you're describing is more linear with Last of Us, and yeah, more forced and meaningless. That was this thing, especially, but that you can actually call me skill issue there with Last of Us, right? I actually did had to look up sometimes with Last of Us, but I played Last of Us when Last of Us came out, right? So I was actually a little bit younger. I sometimes had to look up in which order I had to kill the zombies. Because sometimes if you killed the wrong zombie first, you got overrun. Okay. So I don't know what's Last of Us. Because I was like looking up sometimes in the end, like in which order you're supposed, or like which order is suggested to kill the zombies. Right. Because like, because I did not pay attention because of different type of zombies, because I'm aware that there are different types, you know, the clicker and like the ones that are faster hearing, you know. I'm fully aware of that, all of that. But like, I sometimes in certain buildings, I was like, I have no clue in which order I actually have to kill them, or like what is the best way to like go through this building. So I was like at a point sometimes where I was like, nope, I don't feel like, you know, doing that anymore. To be fair, the story of The Last of Us is actually not bad. So that's not what I want to say. I don't want to like say that the idea or the story of Last of Us at all is bad. I just didn't feel the game. At least silver. It's at least a 45. Drop some ducats. Dropping off some ducats. Drop. Are you making that count? Drop some ducats. In some games it works well, like in Dead Space, it's intentionally a bit claustrophobic. I saw a lot of people play Dead Space, but like, I don't know. I feel like the atmospheric sounds are making me too uncomfortable. I don't know where that just spawned. But maybe that's exactly what they're like meant to do with the game, right? Well, like, I feel like whenever I watch someone playing that on Twitch, I was like, I don't want to. I don't feel comfortable here. I want to get, I mean, like, that's probably like exactly what they want to like, you know, achieve with all of that type. But like, you know, it makes it like the Kronos game. No clue. No clue. Yeah, by the way, we have 0 enemies. Like, at least it feels like 0 enemies. Either we are like actually killing insane amount of enemies, or we did break our spawn. I like glaives. You know, that row down that hallway was just so satisfying. I don't know what to tell you. That was simply so satisfying to like Kronos New Dawn. I mean, like, I don't really play horror games. The only horror games that I played and that I enjoy to play are the Anthology games. Absolutely honest about that. I did really like them. I really enjoyed playing them. So... Ooh, juicy. Juicy. Drop some ducats. Dropping off some ducats. A sound drop 100 ducats. That means we're getting at least 6 extra days together from this. First, No, you talking about... No. You're talking about the Until Dawn game and stuff like that. I'm talking about... The first one was Man of Medan. The first one was the ship one, or not? Was the first one not the ship one? You can't have the capture bug on a freshly captured Exilizer, by the way. That capture bug only happens when they're getting recaptured. Skizzy was talking about when you capture the next one, you are making the rotation for us defender too close. You're kind of referring to the studio as a whole. Oh, I would need to look that up actually in which order they're being released. I don't know. But I'm talking specifically about the playstyle of the Dark Anthology game. Because that one were not too bad. But it still had like the horror game feeling without being like too bad. And my favorite one actually is The Devil in Me. I really enjoyed The Devil in Me. Oh, we could... are we doing that? Doing like a Halloween special where I actually play like for once a different game and we're playing, you know, one horror game? I don't know if we should do that. Or if you're doing that purely in Discord, I don't know. They were the same. I would need to look them up. I'm really not good with like studio names. I usually don't pay attention to studio names. I just play games of that. I'm really simple with that. Either I like something or I don't like something. There's even horns growing already. Yeah, hi. Vadaya Prime Barrel 45. We're getting rich. Maybe we're reaching a third day actually. But I did not enjoy... So when you're like talking, actually, which game you're talking probably about is the... Ooh, what was it called? Don't kill me. I'm looking something up. I think I know which game you're talking about. I need to move. I will quickly like look what I'm like talking about. It's Until Dawn, but I'm not meaning I don't talk about Until Dawn. I'm talking about the other game. I have... Oh god. I'm dying. Why I'm looking stuff up? Why can I not remember? What is this game called? The Quarry. Do you mean the Quarry? Because I can tell you, the Quarry was, in my opinion, poorly written. Like, story-wise. Yeah, I don't know, like, it's... I cannot tell you. Yeah, but, like, story-wise, the Quarry was so much worse like story lore wise than they did the Dark Anthology games. Like really. It's actually sad how much, like, once again, docking bay is breaking it. So if you're ever wondering what I mean with like docking bay is breaking your runs, it's exactly that. It's simply you don't have spawns in the other rooms. And if you go back now, we probably don't even have a lot of spawns there, so yeah. But like actually the how do you say that? The conversations in the Quarry were like actually like so stupid, like the way they made people interact, because I think at least they try. Oh, nice gold part, another one. They tried to make like this typical like teenager behavior, but they forgot that the people that they're actually playing in there like are young adults. So I would say it would have not been the typical teenager behavior, right? It would have been actually conversation between young adults. And they like shamed the people so much, and they made them like behave so stupid, like actually stupid. Like they actually made the typical, oh my god, you like put shame on me, I run off now type of thing. I cannot explain it to you. Like when we would play that on stream, right, I literally had to stop sometimes because I was like, I feel shame for that person. Like I literally was like, I cannot continue playing it for a second because like I cannot follow that conversation because they're like too stupid. Compared to like, you know, the devil in me where, you know, I don't want to like say there's that much. In the devil in me, there are definitely certain questionable like choices, right? There's like one situation in the devil in me, like spoiler, you have to rescue like 2 people, right? And one of them has asthma, one of them is like healthy, right? And they are like separated each, like each one of them are like imprisoned into a vacuum chamber, right? And you can only rescue one. So, and you're wondering, oh, how do you save these? So, and you think, oh, maybe the healthy one can like, you know, survive long enough, and you save the one with asthma. So maybe the one in the vacuum chamber can hold long enough her breath till you figure something out, right? No, you were supposed to like save the other one because with no reason. I don't know how you were supposed to figure it out. You were supposed to rescue the other one to make both survive, because your main goal is whenever someone is trapped to make both survive. You were supposed to make the other one survive because the chamber of the asthma girl were actually the window, like there was like a break in the ceiling of the window, and that's why the window would be not fully like vacuum sealed, and how she would survive. Because you would see that when the animation starts that she has like trouble breathing, you would see that there's like a little bit of like air coming out, and that's where you figure out how to break the window. And I was like, where did you get that clue? Because a lot of the times, so I assumed that I missed a hint. Because how the devil in me works is that you need to find little poster cards that shows you what will happen, how they will die, and sometimes it also shows you how to prevent the death. And I assume that I missed that card for exactly that scene, and it would have shown me that. But I guess I missed the card for that. So I was kind of upset with that, not gonna lie. So yeah. Oh, and I had a bug in my game. I had actually a bug in my game that was also interesting. Oh, nice, gold. I mean, like if we hit each round, or at least each second round, a gold part, that is actually insanely good. That is actually insanely good. But yeah, I don't want to like talk too much about this game because like, yeah, this game is not super new, but I still want to have people experience it because like, I already find it kind of hard to play like twice Because as soon as you know a lot of the death situations, you're also like kind of obvious, in my opinion at least in some cases, not in all, how to prevent the death or like what you need to change. Especially if it's like an if or like, you know, decision, not like the general death situations, right? Like if you miss like the quick events, then you miss the quick events, and that's because they died. That's why I don't want to like talk too much about it. I'm too stupid to help. I wanted to help, but I didn't. I just dashed into every corner. But yeah. I still kind of like the game, and I still think... Oh, and to be fair, I have not played Man of Medan because I think I feel like way too uncomfortable in the like water ship type of atmosphere. I cannot tell you why, but like... The whole cursed ship type of like thing is not mine. I think that is absolutely not mine. I think I can't go through that. I don't feel like, you know... Oh, see? We have 0 enemies. I mean, like, there's apparently, like, somewhere a Thrax coming for us. There's a Thrax coming for us. I saw you. Can you stop running? Mister, can you stop running? No running on the hallways, please. Okay, where are we going? Spinny, spin, spin, spinny, spin, spin. And booty. Booty shake. What are we getting? Hi. I mean, like, it's at least silver. I mean, all horror stuff is kind of propped up by the fact that people behave more or less illogical. The more stupid, the more BOC like it is. But the thing is, like, I think that's why I like the Anthology game, the Dark Anthology game so much. Because they're like horror and they have like this like spooky atmosphere, but they actually have a lore, which I know most people actually do not mind, or like they don't search in horror games, but that's why I enjoy them so much. Because like you actually can listen to something, so you actually maybe like you can describe it as you actually do have a breather when you play this game, so it's not about just jump scare, jump scare, jump scare, right? You have influence on this game, you actually do have a little bit of like karma, I would call it, right? Like your decisions have influence on what you're doing. And, you know, it's like actually doing something, like a little bit interactive. And I think that's why I enjoy them like so much. Especially compared to like a lot of horror games where you're just running around and like all you're doing is like getting jump scared and you're literally like prepping for a jump scare. Because if I remember, like, I think the game where I was most disappointed from was, for example, what was it called? Let me check. Or not? Oh, A Dead of Night. I was really disappointed of A Dead of Night. Because, like, it sounds good. Played Silent Hill 2. No. I think I told you all that I'm not really well with horror games. Like, the Anthology games are already, like, spoopy enough for me. Like, I would say Resident Evil 2 is already spoopy. Like, I would not go for, like, Resident Evil games. You cannot make me. Yeah, at Dead of Night, by the way, I did play. But I got so bored because, like... Sometimes you got just randomly, like, found. So I saw him going into, like, one direction, right? And then all of a sudden, he was already from the other direction, right? So I saw him walking in front of me. And, like, the next second, I walk away and he kills me from in front of me. So he was on the right, I go to the left, and then the next second, he's in front of me. I'm aware that the, like, lower levels are, like, a full circle, but, like, in my opinion, he should not be able to walk around that much. And, like, sometimes you did not even see the, like, shadow, right? So I kind of disliked At Dead of Night. Which game I kind of like, while it was not really a horror game, right? Is, the bets we made. That's like a story game with a little bit more of a... like more like a Sherlock Holmes type of vibe, I would say. I really liked that game. I had fun with that, especially I think we played it twice in total because I wanted to see how much you can change it. To be fair, in the end, you did not change the game that much with your decisions. I did realize that, but it was worth a try. It was in the end worth a try to like do that and see like how much you can change it. But I still liked it. And to be fair with Silent Hill 2, I have not even checked the trigger warning, so I'm not even sure if I would play it or watch people playing it. Well, Resident Evil games from 6 and 7 are more action than jump scares. I mean, like, I was specifically talking about 2. Because, like, I was playing 2 with a friend. So... Oh, I really like the story of 7 and 8. Like, Village and everything. The thing is just, like... I don't know. I feel like it's, once again, a little bit too much fighting. Which I'm aware is the purpose of Resident Evil games. Don't get me wrong at all. I fully understand that this is the full purpose of these games. I just wish, like, once again, especially with Village, with the whole... Or, like, the whole story about 7 with Biohazard... Right? The whole story about the... Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. There was the whole story about the kid, right? I just wish we would actually see that a little bit more. When you're later on the ship, it actually gets so much more into, like, story. And less into fighting. So that's... But for example, in 7, whenever you go through the basement, right? There are, like, these unkillable, you know... enemies, and that's why I find it like, oh, is that our first pure bronze run? Oh, that's kind of sad, actually. Okay. I zipped. Warframe is all fighting. I know that some of you might wonder why I find Warframe not an issue compared to a lot of other games. In the beginning, I did stress out about fighting in Warframe as well. I will not lie. But Warframe has a different mechanic. It's not actually like level based, right? If I die, I die. Like, my weapons, I don't actually need, like, the aiming system. Like, it's the whole concept of Warframe that is so completely different to, like, the normal game. Like, it's not Lara Croft fighting, right? It's not like you actually have to go there and, like, sidestep to, like, aim, right? You don't need to block, you don't need to, like, directly roll. Like, the fighting system is so simplified in Warframe that I don't mind that. Runa, can I be your Runa? I mean, like, how do you want to be my Runa? What would you do? What would you do? Hack and slash? Oh, do you want to hear what my favorite game as a teenager was? I had on my Wii, like, a really funny game. I had on my Wii literally a game that called Bikini Zombie Slasher. Depends on what you ask. I don't really ask for anything. So the offer has to be good. So yeah, Chili, take that and think about me what you want. Judge me. Actually, please don't judge me. Please don't judge me. I'm too cute of a being to be judged. Base. That was actually quite a funny game. And it did have a little bit of story, because I think each run, you got told by a ghost what actually was happened and why you're like where you are, I think, if I remember correct, but it's been like years that I played it. But I still have my Wii. I still have my Wii. Wing. One day let me join the squad. Depends. If you're like quick enough, if I like your loadout. Did you slash zombies with bikini? You could actually choose your outfit that you were running. You were actually able to choose your outfit, yes. That was actually a thing, Chili. So it was a little bit of a dress-up game while you were killing zombies. And the thing is, you actually had to pay attention. So you actually had to, like, you know, take care of your weapons, right? Because, like, due to, like, you know, all of the blood and everything, it got dull and everything. So what you grinding for? Ducats. Oh, it's grind for ducats. Ducats and arcanes. But the thing is, like, if you want to do a Void Cascade, I would suggest you to, like, have a specific loadout for Void Cascade. You can run Void Cascade, by the way, with each frame. That's not the issue. But, like, I would suggest you to, like, have a loadout where you have Madarai equipped, and you also, like, sure that the loadout that you want to take with you is rather, like, helpful for Void Cascade. Oh, I kind of missed my throw. Gimme, 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 gimme. Ooh, who's running Revenant Relics? Who is running Revenant Relics? Revenant. There are like a few frames. You can run Octavia, Loki. That you can also try, in my opinion. Hi, Val. Gimme, 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 gimme a frame after midnight. Na 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 na. Ash, technically. Everything that has a good form of survivability. Right? Because Nether was not recently in Primary Surgeon, and if you want to get him, you probably have to buy him from the market. It's cheaper than to buy relics. Because Nether is vaulted. I have to pick that up. I'm getting annoyed by this. So yeah, certain frames are vaulted. All prime frames up to Wisp are vaulted now. So you can't get the relics in the normal weekly drop. I don't want to get touched by that nullifier. So that's why you have nobody having, you know, Nether relics, because they probably all run it for themselves for like ducats, or like, not ducats, sorry, for plat. And yeah, so you have to wait till he's coming back in Primary Surgeon and then buy the relics with Aya. Or if you don't want to wait, your best bet is actually to get him with pot from the market. Or like trade chat, that's up to you. I remember as a child I had Tomb Raider 4 and I never got past the first or second. I had that too. I had a Tomb Raider on the Wii, and there was like one situation where you were running around the corner and there was a tiger like running at you. I don't even know which Tomb Raider that was. But because of this weird angle of like how the camera changes and the weird running of the tiger, I was never able to like kill the tiger. So I always got killed by the tiger, and I got so frustrated that I was like, I'm not going to play this game anymore. What arcanes? Mold argument, mold efficiency, and flare from Void Cascade. Besides that, your best bet is also to like check Warframe market. Another options probably are mostly the very arcanes, I would say. Like, honestly. Yeah, like the Rage, Fury. But like your best bet is to actually check how the price of the relic how the price of the arcanes are to then like see what you want to grind for. Yep, that's why I'm staying away, by the way. Please take care of it. Come on. Chris, kill it. Kill it, Chris. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, we have the like a Shadow of Violence, and like, you know, Chris kind of refused to kill it. And I don't want to lose my double, you know, crit damage, so can please someone else take care of it? Thank you. I'm actually being a little bee here. I don't want to lose my double crit. I don't want to lose my double crit. Aww. I can't. I can't. Do I need to steal essence? I do need to steal essence. I'm correct. So, I've been wanting to buy Bow Prime and the Strand Prime. The Strand Prime was, in my opinion, just same as Bow. Take care, take care. But well, the thing is, like, prices are also always relative. If you make enough plot because you're farming a lot, you know, and I don't mean just by farming, you know. Bow has been vaulted, yeah, but I thought Bow just came back. Like, one or two Prime Resurgence back. Did it not? Oh, it's been a while. What am I thinking of then? When was Bow's last rerun? Bow Prime. Bow Prime. I kind of don't want to close what I'm currently having open. Strand was kind of recent. Oh, maybe I was thinking that way around. When was the rerun? By the way, you can check on the wiki also when the last rerun was. Oh, the last one of Bow was actually 2019. Never mind, I absolutely lied. Bow Prime alongside Loki Prime and Worm Prime were unvaulted on April 19. That's actually insane if that was actually the last. So whenever Loki's coming back? But wait, Loki was just or not? Wait, if Loki was just, then like the Bow should also be, right? Oh, maybe I'm tripping. I need to like check that. By the way, another option is always to ask in recruit chat. If you're like asking like in a nice way or you're offering something, I don't know what is the usual to offer. But I sadly don't have anything for Bow because like I only have relics to actively run during the like Prime Resurgence, and then I'm already out. I don't make enough Aya. Like I generally run so many Void Cascades that I even have trouble to keep up like my relics. Like I actually struggle with. Depending what you use the bow for. If you want to use the bow for damage, then definitely. And since you don't need the bow as a stat stick anymore, I kind of agree with that. You probably do want to use the bow prime. Put the Incarnate on. For the Strun, I would simply actually, you know, compare both of them in the wiki. Like, if the difference of stats is that big, that is actually worth to go for the Strun Prime. I cannot tell you that out of my head. Because the wiki is usually exactly telling you how the stats will look with and without the Incarnate adapter on that weapon. Oh, don't make me fall. I want to turn that way. Oh, Grendel. Because the status? How much? How high? Okay. When we're going for Strun Rave. I didn't even see the hat. I mean, like, we do have a high status chance in Incarnate form with 44%. I don't know how high the one... How high is the one of the... Prime one? I can only see at the moment the one... Yeah, with the Incarnate evolutions, I mean, like, these evolutions you also do have, like, on the Rave. I mean, like, base. I'm talking about the base. Because what you're currently talking about is with the evolution active. The evolution you obviously do also have, like, on every other weapon. It's not that the evolution itself is changing, right? He's a runner, he's a trickster. He was just actually right. Oh god, am I not correct? Okay, wait. I want to... Okay. I'm a Chaos level B. Okay, when we see that... Do we have... Okay. By the way, I just want to say, just base stats has a Strun Wave, by the way, a higher, like... Yeah, I just wanted to say, the Strun Rave has a higher base status chance with 12 compared to the Strun Prime. The Strun Prime has 6. Like space base. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. I mean, that's at least what I'm currently looking on. Or I'm looking wrong. Feel free, because, like, I'm looking during a Void Cascade, right? You're gonna switch the Incarnate... No, Astro, like, let's look at that. Maybe, like, is there someone that is not actively in the Void Cascade? I do have to say that I cannot look... like, hi, Sammy. I cannot look at that, like, that easily doing, you know, running in a Void Cascade. I currently try. How you doing, Sammy? Well, like, you know... I'm trying. I am trying. Oh, I missed that shot completely. Can I? No. Yeah. Yeah, I need to correct that one, Sammy. I'm sorry. I will try. I will try to remember that I need to correct that one. I'm sorry. Hi, Tucker. Can I stop dying? Thank you. Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing. Just to start the game and link my old account. I know what you're doing. You try to have fun. And you will lose your mind. You will be absolutely overloaded with information. You will run in circles. You will question your life decision. And then you will continue having fun. I hope at least. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Something about that along the line. I like Dagath. Oh, that's the Lord of the Ring playlist. That is actually a Lord of the Ring soundtrack. We're currently listening to The Hobbit. One of the Hobbit songs. We're currently listening to a song from The Hobbit. Oh, nice, gold. Wait, what were you saying about life decision? You were questioning life decision why you reinstalled that game. But that's okay, right? That is indeed okay. No, questioning your life here and there is absolutely fine, you know, as long as you don't get lost. And if you get lost, scream loud here and then we're coming to pick you up. Yes, Strungrave has the higher status. What? I mean, like, base doesn't change, right? Base damage doesn't change anything about it. So it doesn't matter if you have a higher base damage or not on the prime, so... Ooh, I actually then don't know. Decisions. Decisions. Set up a firefinger, you find them and see this. True. We're sending an SOS flare. And I will climb peak style all the way up to the mountain for you. And I will bring a backpack full of snacks. Maybe I already ate your marshmallow. You know, that's maybe my payment. But, you know. If you're going for a blast, yeah, that's what I was thinking. It depends what you're actually going with that weapon. If you want to have like the prime version because of the base damage. Because then, even if you're sacrificing a little bit of status, the higher base damage of the prime would probably be better, right? I will deep dive and I will climb high and I will steal your, cake. Oh yeah, wait, that's is it rolling? Yes, is it? Okay, note to myself. Redoing Semi's thingy-mabingy because I have currently no hand free to make a note. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen. And cakes and beans. You're all included, don't worry. But ladies and that is technically vaulted. But ladies and gentlemen, why are we going for Caliban? Why is nobody going for Cutie Compressor? 3 out of 4, that is nearly a jackpot. We're ignoring my bronze part, but that is nearly a jackpot. And you know what's the sad thing is you can only take 1, so it doesn't actually matter. You don't want to hit 4 gold. You know why you don't want to hit 4 gold? Because you only can take 1, per round. So, here's a marshmallow for climbing to the top of the mountain. Oh, thank you, Chili. Also, chat, when we're talking about card, and ASMR, because we did talk about card and ASMR earlier, we might have added a new link to the list. That's what I was talking about on Tuesday, and that didn't work out. But, because it didn't work out, I didn't want to, say anything on Tuesday. I did do, later a post in the Discord. But just saying, for those who are not in the Discord, we do have added a new link. if you want to like check which new link is available. I mean, like, Caliban is not even like selling that well anymore. I mean, like, maybe. But anyway, I want to duck it anyway, everything that I'm getting from today, so I don't care too much about it. Ooh, wait, ooh. Caliban already got shafted in the like booty list, gonna show some love here. I mean, like, to be fair, there is no booty. We cannot raid a booty if there is no booty. Oh my god, I nearly rolled off the map. I nearly rolled off the map again. Get me out of here. I'm just selling all his parts. But, like, you know, compressor. Wait, this part is actually, like, still... Wait, did hit him with Doom? Oop. Blasted him dirty. I don't know. I mean, like, I have 33 wisp parts. It does not matter at this point anymore. But, like, you know... Just because. Just because. Scan. True. We should scan. Are we actually that far already in it? Are we actually that far already in it? I felt like a fly. Oh, wasn't nice. Oh, we actually already at 100. Well, that was actually for once a headshot. That was indeed for once actually a headshot. And 1 and 2 and 3 and I'm dying. And 4 and 5. Come on, come on, 5 and I'm moving because I want my. Oh god, the wee-woo, wee-woo. Wee-woo. Got you. Oh. Oh, I was close. I did not see the marker. I thought you were dying here. I genuinely did not see the marker for the first second. Where do I even start so much new content? So your best bet is by just, you know, going through the whole star chart and doing quests. Ramble lines. Your sacrifice mod isn't working? Weird. No clue. I'm like, is that one walking backwards? That one is moonwalking. Yeah, exactly. Play the game and look up what draws your eyes. Your best bet is actually like really what I'm like posting here, the wiki. Like look up whatever you like, material you need, what weapon you're looking for. You know, if you have build questions, feel free to ask. Generally, if you ask someone for build questions, right? Tell them, like, where in the game you are. A lot of people will ask what MR you are. Yes, MR partially, you know, is making sense for that question, but it's more like, have you unlocked Steel Path? Do you have these rehearse? Yeah, main quests and, like, finishing, like, junctions, like, opening up all planets. And if you've done that, finishing all planets, because with that you will unlock something in the game. Oh, did I move too early? I'm sorry if I moved too early once. Oh, I'm scratching. Misery! No, that's actually like, never mind, that's actually Strix. That is actually a Strix. But yeah, actually, what I also find like kinda like interesting, and I know that a lot of people like don't want to hear it, but like take your time in this game. If you like want to rush through the quests and you want to unlock late game content like quickly, right? Go ahead for it. But like there's no need to do that. If you have fun with it, go for it. But just because someone tells you, oh, you need to unlock Steel Path, you need to do exactly that farm, don't listen to that type, right? That is actually not needed. Like, do actually what you have fun with, and I worry that we will not crack. Will we actually not crack on our last relic now? We have literally 0 enemies. That's kind of sad. Oh, 1 reactant. That's the thing, it's not going anywhere. Like, no content is like actually leaving, right? Like, yeah, events, but like all of the events are like actually coming back usually. I mean, like, you know that this is kind of like bad for us defender, right? If we have to like walk all the way here. Chris, I don't make it. Run, 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 run. I think Chris didn't make it. Just don't farm Oberon. Oh yeah, when you like log in, to be fair, that is actually a little bit of misinformation, I feel. Because you need to actually log in directly after the 15th till I know, Chris, I'm sorry, I tried to like immediately turn around so you know you can run. But I didn't make it fast enough. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry. We can do one more in the like first room, since we do have to be there anyway. By the way, Pathocyst, I don't really see like a big difference in damage. Like, all honestly. Like, I think I do prefer my Falcor a little bit more. Because it feels like it's spreading more consistently, if I can say that. But overall, like, raw damage and everything, I think it's like actually... So if you don't have a Falcor Riven and you feel like your Falcor is not doing enough damage, and you actually do have the like... you're interested in like, you know, other glaives, go for the Pathocyst. You do need to like former enough anyway that you can run double glaive on it. And you can easily get it to 60% due to the elemental like extra damage. It's doing like a big amount of like base damage. It has a homing one, that's true. The Falcor actually do has, that's why I prefer the Falcor a little bit, because of the homing feature. But to be fair, due to the melee influence, as long as you hit one enemy, you know, and you don't use it for single target that much, not, you know, like, it's not that hard to roughly throw into, like, a group of enemies, right? And the Pathocyst also has viral. The thing is with that, well, I do agree, but also, like, I don't want to suggest people to put into like too many weapons, too many formers, and the build that I'm running is a double sack build if I don't suggest Rivens, right? And double sack is usually really cost intensive. That is usually 7 to 8 formers depending how you're like building your build, right? Like how exactly you put it, if you put a like a Umber former in, or if you try to form around it so you don't have to do that. So that's why I usually try to like, you know, not just or that, right? Because the base damage of his double sack is just too good. Because of the set bonus, the raw crit that you're getting from sacrificial steel, and the base damage that you're getting from sacrificial pressure. Let's go. Let's go. That was a real nice run. I like it. I wish we had a little bit more enemies. Not gonna wait there. I see an arcane. I do see an arcane. I want my arcane. Wait. Ouchie. Oh, is it like actually like on the last meters? A violence now. Yep. He silenced me. On the last meters. It's always chaos the second before we're leaving. Okay, no arcane. Let's go. And another nullifier. Cute. Cute. Okay, 113. I don't care that this one is nearly done. I will take right now my screenshot. There we go. There we go.